Hello, hello. How are you guys doing on this humid, hot day? Oh my gosh, I've been running errands and you can tell. I want to talk about sustainability versus consistency. And I don't want to make this too long, but I want to talk about it because it's something that is really important and it keeps coming up. And if it keeps coming up, then it's worth talking about, right? I often see things online in the online world where people often post like, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. And that's great, that's wonderful. But if you're managing a bunch of other things, sometimes consistency isn't what you need, it's sustainability. Sometimes if you are doing energy healing and work and you're working with a lot of other people and you're also managing your own health, your own mental health, physical health, well-being, the well-being of those in your family, right? Like I often have to measure my energy and think about, okay, what do I need to be the best mom to my daughter? I don't want her to have what's left of me, but like the best of me. How can I be the best mom for her and still do these other things, right? So for me, that's a thought process. That is a part of my planning and integration and all of those things. So how can I sustain that? And my calendar is same as when I was in the army, right? Like everything, if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. And so everything gets put on there. I balance my time for meditation, for my daughter, for my clients. I have certain days for office stuff to work in my business and to work on my business. I have all of these things planned out, and it took me a while to get there because being an entrepreneur, being a soulpreneur, we have to find our flow, we have to find our rhythm, right? And sometimes we find it through failure or through missteps. But really allowing yourself to be okay building a business around what it is that you need so that the people in your life can have the best of you, right? So that you can have the best of you and not just what's left. It's possible, it's doable. You just have to make the choice to do it and to commit to it, right? Sometimes I know for me, I'm a Capricorn. I am like very kind of type A in a lot of ways. Like I like to just go, get things done. And so that is really challenging. Like it's something I have to continuously check in with myself to make sure that I'm doing things that are allowing me to feel fulfilled, right? Because it's really easy for me to become a workhorse. I don't know if you guys can relate, but it's really easy for me to become a workhorse in that way when it comes to my business because I get really excited and really passionate, but then I'm kind of on fumes at the end, right? So those are things that I also have to really be aware of and tune into so that what I'm creating, I'm not totally depleted by the time I'm done creating it, that I'm like, I can't even share it now. I don't even want to share this with anyone. Can you guys relate to that? Have you guys ever created something, been so excited about it, and then when it comes time to share it, you're like, I don't have the capacity for this? Another part of that is allowing yourself to have support and systems in place and saying no. Being able to say no to people, places, and things that don't light you up, that are not in your zone of passion, right? You can hire people, you can pay for systems to support you in certain ways so that you don't have to leverage your time and energy to do things. I love automation. I absolutely love it. I love the behind the scenes of setting it up. I love making sure that I know how it works and I can just like do things on the go if I need to. That's part of me. I love that. And then if I need someone else to plug into it, it's easy enough to have that done as well, right? So really understanding what it is that I want, which is to be the best version of myself for me and for my daughter. I often think about that as I'm scheduling and I'm booking new one-on-one clients, or I'm doing a group program, or I'm creating something new, or I'm working on the podcast and all these other things that I have, all these moving pieces that I have going that I love, that I absolutely get so much joy from tapping into, right? I really have to balance and think about intentionally, okay, am I just going through the process? Is this exciting? Do I have the capacity for this today? Did something happen where maybe I need to unplug? Am I going to integrate into my schedule like those breaks where if I don't do this or I don't do that, the world is not going to end. The business is not going to crumble. I'm not going to stop making an income, and I'm not going to lose the passion for what it is that I'm doing or a part of. I want to encourage you to really allow yourself to create not just a business, but a life that supports you in your best version of yourself. It doesn't always mean that the best version of yourself is always happy, always energized, always, rainbows and sunshine. But it allows for you to say, you know what, I need to rest today, and I'm going to rest today. I need to vacation, I'm going to vacation. I'm going to do these things, I'm doing this. And it's already in place and it's already set up so that you feel supported, you feel seen, you continue to expand, right? Or you have the tools and the people to help you do so. So yes, consistency is great, it's cool, but I think personally, sustainability. Can you sustain this level? If something happens, can you sustain this level if you go on vacation? Can you sustain this level if you don't have a vacation? What happens if you do get help or don't get help? I know when I started, and I've shared this before, so this may be something that you guys already know, but a few years ago, when I was a top earner in MLM, I realized I got success really fast, but I wasn't really prepared for it in that way. So I have been successful in the Army, I've been successful behind the scenes in my business and things like that, but when you gain a certain level of success, I've learned online, where you're responsible for a lot of people and a lot of moving pieces and all the things, it demands something different from you. It's the quickest route to personal development, right? My mentor told me that, and he was not lying, because when we get success really fast, even though we're always working hard, right? I don't believe in overnight success. I think that every overnight success is like at least 5 years in the making behind the scenes, right? But when we get it really fast, sometimes we're not ready to hold it all. Right? How many people have you seen that got success really fast and then they lose it, and then they get it really fast and then they lose it, and they get it really fast and then they lose it? But being able to sustain it, to have that endurance, is something that is a skill. It's learned, it's taught, it's practiced, right? But we have to be aware that we need it first. We have to be conscious of that, because even though it sounds great, oh, I want to make $1 million a minute, do you have the capacity? Do you have the support system in place? Do you have the mindset, the energy in place to help you hold it, embrace it, enjoy it, and perhaps expand from there? Because sometimes what you're learning, what you're building while you are in whatever stage you're in, is just that. Allowing yourself to have the grace to create something sustainable. Sustainable so that you can grow it. Sustainable so that you feel confident saying no when something is misaligned. Comfortable enough that you say, I'm going to take a vacation, and you know that your business isn't going to break down. Comfortable enough to understand that it's okay to take care of your health, your mental health, your body, your family, your kids, and let them have the best version of you, not the stressed out fumes that you're running on, right? So if this resonates, if you can relate to this, if this hit a chord with you, I want for you to share in the comments, because I think that this is an important conversation to have. So I'm sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of appreciation, and I look forward to talking to y'all soon.